Hey guys, welcome back to AI for Procs. Today we are going to learn about PowerShell objects. So what are PowerShell objects, guys? Understand PowerShell object like building blocks of scripts. See, each object would have its own properties and method. It is very helpful in PowerShell scripting so that we can write the scripting in a structured way. So how objects are important in PowerShell object? Each object has its properties and method. What are properties? Properties are something like which provides the information about the object like name, size, right? What are the methods? Methods are actions what actually can be performed by an object. So like delete a file, copy a file, move a file, create a file. Okay, so these are some methods which we can say the method of an object. So guys, how exactly we can find out the actual properties and method of a PowerShell commandlet? See, so there is one powerful command that's given by PowerShell that is get hyphen member, which is very useful to find out what are the properties available for a object or what are the methods available for a object. So whenever you are writing any PowerShell commandlets and if you write a pipe hyphen get hyphen member in front of that, you are going to receive all the properties and methods for that object. Okay, but see, if you want to only see one type of things like properties only, so you also can do that get hyphen member and member type properties. It will show you all the properties of that member. So why this is very important, guys? We are humans, right? It is very difficult to remember that what properties we have for a particular object. To identify those properties, we always use get hyphen member commandlet so that it can display us all its properties and method. We will be seeing in a practical thing that how we exactly can find the properties and method for a object. So guys, AI assisted PowerShell generating script and understanding complex concept. So it is very important to understand and use the AI in today's world when you are writing PowerShell script. Okay, so you have to describe the AI that what type of goal you are trying to achieve from the AI which will be generating a script for you. So you have to describe what you want to achieve and AI can provide a starting script for you. Concept simplification. Ask AI to explain advanced topic like pipeline, scope and module so that you can really well understand those and use those things in your code. Code throughout, get line by line explanation by unfamiliar script. So you have a script, right? And you are not able to understand that. You can ask line by line from the AI what exactly the meaning of that and why are we using such things in PowerShell script so that it will make you understand very well that how exactly you can use. Okay. So summary about this, guys, we are jumping to the practical so that you can understand what exactly object in PowerShell and how we can use it. So if you remember from the day one, we are saying that PowerShell is a object-based programming language and script, right? So when everything we are writing in PowerShell, that is a object. Okay. So if we talk about the previous commandlets which are traditional command lines to like cmd or bash, whatever output we supposed to receive on that, it was totally text based output. Okay, for example, when you used to run ls-l command in your commandlets or dir command in your windows command cell, you supposed to get some output, right? So that is totally text based output. But whenever you are running the same command in PowerShell, and that is get hyphen child item, everything will be written in a form of object. Each line or each file or folder which is written by get hyphen child item will be an object, and that object would have its own properties and its method. How? I will tell you. If I run this command, okay, if I run dollar process is equal to get hyphen process notepad this. Okay, let me open and run actually it. Okay, so if I'm writing this command, which will be getting the process, one process name, which is notepad, right? If notepad is running on my system, it will check that process and it will pick the first process. It will pick, if there are multiple notepads are running, it will only pick the first process for me. Okay, let me write. Now I have one process inside this variable, right? Now if I write process dot, okay, now see what exactly I can use. See, if I write process hyphen name, it will give me the name, right? Why? Because this process is a object. Each object would have its own properties and method. What other properties are available for this object? Okay, process, uh, process, and let me write get hyphen member. I told you, right, get hyphen member will display all the properties and methods for this. See, so it is saying that these are some alias properties for it. There is also event for this, and see, these are the method for whether the cancel error read, cancel output read, close main window, dispose. These all are methods, and it also has some properties like container, enable events, exit code, exit time, handle, hash, exit I, machine name, everything. These are some properties. So that is I'm trying to say, guys, whenever I'm writing, if I write get hyphen process, okay, get hyphen process, let me write it in different way. Now I'm going to write it get hyphen process. See, now this process has multiple process, right? So each process is one object. Okay, that if I write what is my first object, so if I write dollar process 0, okay, it will tell me the first object. See, this is my first object. Okay, so I can see the dollar process is a list of objects. Why? Because that dollar process is containing multiple processes here, right? You can see this dollar process has multiple process, and each process has, I mean, multiple process which are different object. Each process is one object, right? So consider it like that. Whenever I'm creating a variable and I'm storing some process inside that variable, it means that I'm creating a list of objects. Okay, so guys, we read about the data types and variables, right? So what data types we read? We read string, integer, and list, hash table, and we also read about boolean, right? So I said list. What is list? List is something, not list actually, that is array in PowerShell. List, in we say it in different language, but in array we can contain multiple lists, right? A array can contain a list of other services or other values. Okay, so similar way, what is that process? Whenever I am storing multiple process inside this process variable, it means that it is creating a array of different process, and each process is a object. Okay, so consider in that way. So as I told you that how we can access those values of that process, right? So if I run this command again, if I run that notepad command again, see notepad. So what are the process? See process dot name. I can access this value of it. Okay, so it's show its name. Now I want to see its ID. What is the ID? It will tell me the ID. I want to see the CPU for it. CPU will tell me the CPU value is it's being used. Okay. So similar way, guys, this was the process object. We created some process object, right? Similar way, we can create file objects. How can I create a file object? If I'm storing some files inside my files variables, what it will do, it will check each type of file. See what I'm doing, I'm writing here dollar files is equal to get hyphen child item, and it will check all the exe files from the system 32, and it will pick on the first three name. Okay, so what happen, these files will become a array of files object. Okay, if I write dollar files, what it will display me all three files which are inside this array object. Okay, so now each 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 file is one object. This file is one object, this file is one object, and this file is one object. Why? Because each object has its own properties and method. So how can I check the how to check what is the first object inside this? I will check dollar files dot zero and see it will tell me this is my first object. I want to see that first object. What is the name of that first object? Okay, I want to see. So how I will see? I will see dollar files bracket zero. Okay. This is the way we access the values from one array, right? We discussed it in last topic. So I'm trying to access the first uh, value from that array. That is one object, and what kind of object is that? That is a files object. So that file object has its name. What is the name of that? That is dollar file zero dot name. Similar way, I can see some other length of what is the length of that. Okay, length. Okay, it will tell me the length. I want to see what is the last time for that object. Last write time. Okay, see this is the last write time. I want to see the extension of that extension. Okay, so guys, see that is a file, that is a file in a Windows, right? But when we are checking that file with from the PowerShell, it is actually one object, and that object has its own properties and method. Okay, I what are the methods available for that? So how can I see? Get hyphen member. Okay, hyphen member type, and I will say method. What are the methods available? See, these are the methods available for that file object, and what are those? See, these are the methods: copy, create as symbolic, create text, decrypt, delete. So these are methods. Similarly, if I want to see what are the properties, I simply can write properties, and it will display me all the properties. What are those properties? Directory, directory name, exist, extension, full name, is read only, last access time. So all these are properties. Okay. So guys, whenever you are working in PowerShell script, and if you want to see that this type of object, what could be its properties and method, you always can use get hyphen member commandlets to know the properties and method for that. Okay. So let's move further. Another type of object, see everything in PowerShell is object. So there is another type of object, we can say that is service type of object. So guys, whenever we are putting any type of value inside a variable, that variable will become that type of object. Okay, so now I'm writing dollar service is equal to get hyphen service, and I'm fetching spooler service from this computer. Okay, so let me run it. Now if I run dollar service, see, this is right. This has contained my spooler service value inside that. Now itself, it has only one. It is not a array right now because it has only one. So it is one object. Now I want to see what is the name. See, it will tell me the name. Okay. What are the other properties, like what is the status? See, it will say status running. Okay. I can say what are the startup type, starter type. Okay, it will still me this. Okay, if I want to see the service type and all other things, we can check in this. Okay. So why object matter, guys? See, when we talk about object, it provide us structured data, no need to parse text output, right? If you remember in previous type of commands, when you use something like to check the services, it is not giving you the structured data. It was just sending you data in a text form, and it is very difficult to parse that text data, right? So that is the reason object-oriented scripting is very useful and very easy to learn. Okay, because you simply, in case you just need the name of services, so you simply can write, I simply need the name. I don't need any other properties for that object. Okay, so what are the other things that rich information, access to all properties and method, reliable properties don't change based on the locate and format things, right? The object has one property, it is never going to change. It will remain its own value and its own property. Powerful, okay, can call methods to perform actions. Okay, guys, suppose I want, see, I want to, this is a service object. I want to say that stop this service. So I simply can call this function and it will stop the service. Okay, it's saying that method this cannot be on this computer. Yeah, it is just giving, but I'm just giving you example, right? Whenever you want to perform any type of action, it will simply tell. Let's see the refresh. See, let me do refresh. It will just refresh the service, right? So whenever you want to see the properties, you simply can see the values of it. But whenever you want to perform an action, so you always can call that action. And what are those action? Those are the methods available for that object. And whenever we are calling method, it will be the method and a bracket will be there. It means that this is a method. Oh, methods, guys, always called with this bracket. Okay, so this is a method and this is a properties. Okay, so I hope it is clear to you. Exploring get hyphen member, which we already discussed though. See, when I'm writing get hyphen process, okay, so it will tell me that what are the what are the available, what are all available properties and methods available for this. See, whenever I'm running this, so it is not providing me the process, rather it will provide me what are the methods and process available for this command, that is get hyphen process. Ultimately get hyphen process itself sending us a list of objects, right? Each process is a object. Okay, so when I'm running get hyphen process, it is sending me array of objects, right? So you can understand. And what will be the properties and method for each object? These are the properties and method for each object. Okay, so understanding the get hyphen member output, guys. So whenever I'm running get hyphen member, it will be sending me the list of properties or method. Okay, for example, if I say that get hyphen process, so what are the properties? See, it says that handles. It is a property of that ID. It is a property of that process name is a property of that, right? And what are the method kill? If I want to kill a process, what I will do? I will run that kill process. Okay. See, I want to do this one. I want to do this. Okay. This is my one process. I want to kill it. How can I kill it? What I will do, I will simply call this. See, I have to keep it in a bracket and then I will write kill. Okay, and now I will kill. See, it will kill. See, can you see the notepad is closed? Now, if I will again run get hyphen process notepad, it say notepad cannot be find the services. I mean the notepad is not open, so it's saying that I cannot find any process name with notepad. Okay, so that is something about the member, how we can see. What are the type of members? As I shown you, there are two type of members. One is properties, which is data and attribute about the objects. Okay, so properties like read only values, node properties like added by PowerShell, script properties like calculated values. Okay, similar with the methods are the actions what can be performed with an object like kill. I can kill. I can to string it. I can convert it. I can find a get type of it. Okay, so this is something uh, the type of methods we can use in PowerShell. Practical, guys, let's go to some practical. Okay, so when I'm running this command, see, let me open a notepad. If I run this command, what will do? It will check what are all the properties and methods available for this PowerShell command. Okay, what actually I'm trying get hyphen child item, and I'm just calling the notepad.exe file, and I want to check what all properties and values. See, if I'm running this way, it will tell me that this is a file, and this file type of object has these methods: append to text, copy, create symbolic, create text, decrypt, delete. These are the method. And what are the properties? Properties are attributes, creation time in UTC, directory name, exec extension, full name, read only. These are all the properties. Okay. Exploring the service type of object, guys, we already discussed though this. So how can I check? If I run get hyphen service, okay, it will show me the all type of services, properties and method. What are those? It says that service type, this is the product site, startup type, service name, service handle, machine name. These are all properties for the PowerShell. And what are the methods? Close, continue, dispute, equal, execute command, get hash. So these all are method for PowerShell uh, service type of object. Okay. So how can we use method? Okay, guys. So now we use that as well. Whenever we are trying to use a method, I can simply call those method. Okay, so let me clear my screen. And now see what I'm doing. I'm creating one variable and I'm putting one object inside that, and that variable has service, right? If you see, this has service. Now I want to see whether I can stop this or not. Okay, so what I will do, I will see its property. This property can stop or not. Okay, now I want to see whether what are the required services, what are the dependencies of this. Okay, so I will check another method of it. It's saying that these are the dependency services which need to be stopped first before stopping this service. Okay, although I will try to stop it, it will give me the error uh, because uh, we have to stop the dependency services, right? Stop. If I, so this is the way I can call a method. Say it's saying that I cannot stop it because these are the services which are depends on other services. Which are those services? These are the services. So whenever you have a requirement in your script that you want to stop a service, okay, you want to stop a service, but to stop that service you have to first stop some other services. So you can use the required service property for to see what are all dependent services for that, and based on that you can stop all the services, and after that you can stop those services. Similar way, once your job is done, you can start all those services and then start all the services accordingly. Okay. Formatting, guys, an object can we can do a formatting of an object. Okay, here are some formatting type like table and list. Okay, so see, when I am writing get hyphen service, okay, and let me write only one service name, hyphen name, and let me say spooler, because this will become a list. See, this is my list. Okay, now see, it's giving me status name, display name. I want some others. I want only two properties to be seen. So what I can see, I can say get hyper, not get, format hyphen table, okay, and I what I can say, I can say like these are some sometimes actually uh, let me try to explain you what exactly I'm trying to say here. Okay, let me do wrap. So let me, what I will do, let me not take the only spooler service. See, so what I'm trying to say that uh, if you see that this is not writing right, this service name is also not coming in full name. I can see the name of this display is not well. I cannot read what actually written here, right? So how can I do that? I can format the table instead of, see what is happening here, what is happening, I cannot read. So for that, what I will do, I will use a wrap switch, format hyphen table and wrap. See, when I'm using wrap, see, can you see this? Whatever I was not able to read, I can read everything now. I can read everything now. So this is the way if I want to, format my table. Okay. I want to format my table and I want first name. After that, I want at last, then I want status, status and display name at last. This has changed. Earlier, what was happening? The status was showing me first, then name was showing, then display name was showing. But what I change it. No, I don't want it in this format. Rather, I want name first. After that, I want status, and after that, I want the display name. Okay, so in this way, see, I can read all the details, right? So this is the way I can format the list of object. I can all the data, the way I need the data accordingly I can use. So the format icon table is a tabular display of the objects. Okay, see, for example, if I run get hyphen process format table, it will list me. In case I want see some dedicated properties, I can use those as well. Auto size is the something that it will fit in screen accordingly. And wrap, as we use wrap for the long display to be read. Okay, wrap long content to be read. So for example, the name is quite long. Okay, so somehow I cannot read the name correctly. Okay, so how can I do? I can use wrap switch for that. Okay. Similarly, we have guys format hyphen list. So this is the table form of this, but I want data to be displayed in a list format. Okay, so I can write this, and what will do? It will write all the list in list way. Okay, this is a lot. So what I will do? I will just select one. I will select one service only, spooler. Okay, so now let me run see. So what, instead of table, it is providing me the list of the properties of each of this spooler service. So whenever you want the output to be in this format, you always can use format hyphen list. Okay. So now there are some AI tips, guys, how you can use AI to learn your PowerShell. So always ask AI that please help me to understand about this command let. Okay, whenever you are not sure, you can simply write AI that how can I do something. See, let me write here. Let what I will do. How can I check the uh, computer name using PowerShell? Okay, see, it will give me a property or something or a command. How exactly I can see? See, it's saying that either I can use this command. Okay, let me write this command. Let me see. It's saying that use this. It will give me the computer name. Okay, either I can use this command. Okay, so in this way you always can use AI to see what exactly you suppose. You can write this type of prompt help me to format get hyphen event output to show only recent errors. Okay, you want to see what all errors you can see in your event, so it will give me the see it's giving me that command, right? Let me just copy and I will simply paste it. Okay, it's saying me, see, it's get hyper is not a recognized command. Why? And log it's not a recognized something. It's not about. I think I need to the complete name log uh, hyphen. Maybe this is not here, guys. So as I said, AI can mistakes, right? There are always scope of AI. It can do mistake. Okay. So let's forget this one. Let's discuss. Let's write generate a code to create a report of services grounded by status. Let's ask AI to create this script first. It is working. See, it will tell me what is the command. Let's read it whether it is written by get hyphen service group hyphen object with status for each hyphen write hyphen status this count this and this. Okay, what it checked, it's just grouped all the services with see it says that status of running is 123 and it grouped all running status here, and now these are the running status and probably the above one are stopped services. It is grouped it. So now it grouped status 166 services are in stopped state, and what are the name of those? Okay, these are the name, and what are the started running, and these are 123, and this is that. So you always can ask generative AI guys how exactly you can create. The thing is you should have a understanding of it, what exactly it is doing. Okay, you like analyze this PowerShell always some if you find a script somewhere outside, right? Or I mean you already have a script and if you want to analyze that and you want, so you always can ask analyze this PowerShell object structure and suggest the best formatting approach. So this is about the PowerShell script. This is right. Every script would have. So you always can ask AI about that type of help as well. AI can help you identify key properties, suggest appropriate formatting, create custom calculated properties, and filter sorts. Okay. So these are some hands-on guys you can do yourself. How to write, you want to type all the type of services, I mean, which is name is equal to Explorer, and it will pick the first service and it will pick the first one. Okay, after that you can write it in display wise, write hyphen host the process analysis, so write hyphen host the process name, write hyphen host process id, and you can convert that memory uses to MB. So whenever it will provide you the details in bytes, right? So you have to use this formula and it will be changed in MB. Okay, after that you can write all the process in this way, that these are the all process properties, and another one is methods how you can write. Similar way same thing you can perform with the files operations guys. Okay, service management object you also can do with service management. You can just get hyphen service for that, and similar way you can check all the type of objects and can play with them. Okay, so this is about this session guys. In next session we will learn about conditions. Let's meet on next session. Thank you so much for your time.